Welcome to House Money Podcast on our NFL Week 7 show. I'm Easy E and I'm the host. Joining me today, T-Bone.
T-Bone!
And Chalkboard.
3-1
last week. 7-1 over the last two. Nice job, fellas. Nice job. It brings us to an even 500. A couple weeks ago we were sitting at 5-11.
We were in the abyss.
Yeah.
And just like that, 12-12.
Yeah.
Nice job, fellas.
It's funny because this is going into week 7, so I was thinking about this on the way over here. Next week would be the halfway point. So we got to 500 before we got halfway through the season. So we're somewhat ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
No doubt.
The glass is half full.
Not to toot my own horn, I rarely ever do that, but with my choice cuts being a 4-2, we're really over 500.
No, you
like
can't
share
argue
the
that.
well.
Well,
so there you go.
Nice job, T-Bone.
If you took the choice cuts, do you get the math? They'd be over 500.
You get the math.
Let me reach for my abacus.
Well, speaking of last week, I didn't particularly like the Rams in that spot. You might have got lucky on Tennessee, but 3-1 is 3-1.
Tennessee they were rolling these bombs, man. What happened, man? They had like a 17-point lead in that game.
I think some of these games, some of these teams like to make it interesting for us.
Yeah, that was nuts. Tennessee was killing them.
That's all right,
Yeah.
Two 4-0 weeks would have been pretty tough to come by.
Winners are winners.
True that.
All right. Well, I don't know if y'all got the opportunity to take a look at this week's card or not, but you see some more winners out there. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
There's always winners out there. You just got to find them.
All right. Well, let's start the process. Thursday night, New York Giants at Philadelphia. Philadelphia minus 4.5. Totals 44. The Giants are 1-5 straight up, 3-3 against the spread. They got their first win of the year, 20-19 over Washington. The Giants have played some teams close this year, Dallas, the Rams, Chicago, but they're not good. They struggle to score. I have no faith in their offense. Philadelphia 1-4-1 straight up, 2-4 against the spread, lost to Baltimore 30-28 in a game that they had to score 22 in the fourth just to make it respectable. The story with Philadelphia, always the same. We say it every week. Injuries. Everybody is hurt. They're down to 2 starters on offense.
Yeah. Just lost Zach Ertz.
Ertz. And then the running back's out now, too.
Yeah, and the second string tight end's been out.
Goddard.
Goddard.
With all that being said, still favored.
Yeah, I was about
4.5. 4.5, T-Bone.
And not a slim favorite either.
No. Wow. Initially I liked Philadelphia. I really did. Golly, you get into it like that. And but I will say this. The tackle's coming back. His tackle is coming back this week. Lane Johnson, the best lineman they have, is coming back. Deshaun Jackson is coming back this week. I still like Philadelphia. I like Philadelphia minus 4.5. I think they beat him by at least a touchdown.
Chalkboard?
I think what we don't talk a lot, well, I don't talk about it a lot. You guys probably do, but it's like.
And I do think Wentz is a hell of a lot better than, he's
Daniel
carrying his
Jones.
team. Yeah.
I think this game kind of comes down to just Philly has better defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they're just completely decimated on offense, but I feel like they can hold them in check and they can do just enough to win the game. I don't necessarily know this is a game we're going to go on. I mean, and now you got all these teams, what is it, what do they call it, the NFC least or whatever?
Yeah.
It's like, so you got all these teams beating up on each other. It's like the first one to 5 wins is going to the playoffs or something. It's ridiculous.
It's terrible.
So
it is terrible.
Well, I agree with the fact that I don't really want to put any money on this. So if that's where y'all are at, this is a pass.
Yeah, we'll pass.
Pass. Chalkboard?
Yeah, that was probably more passing than that game we'll actually see.
Oh, gosh. Sunday night, Tampa Bay at Las Vegas. Las Vegas plus 3, total 53.5. Tampa Bay 4-2 straight up, 3-3 against the spread. Huge straight up winners at home against Green Bay, 38-10, as predicted on this show. The defense looked dominant. Brady had a good game. I spoke about Ronald Jones getting more involved in the offense a few weeks ago. He's gone over 100 yards now, 2 weeks in a row. Definitely make Tampa Bay look better. Vegas 3-2 straight up, 3-2 against the spread. Comes off a bye week. Before that, they beat Kansas City 40-32. They got wins over New Orleans and Carolina and Kansas City. They lost to New England in a bad spot and a hot Buffalo.
That's when New England was looking good.
Right.
Actually.
And a hot Buffalo team in Week 4. The Raiders might be good. It's a pass for me, but chalk. Tampa Bay, Las Vegas. Vegas +3 chalkboard. What do you think?
It's a tough one.
What was the saying? The Sunday night dog gets the bone. I mean,
It's not the same.
I'm trying to make it happen. I don't think I'm going to convince anybody. The way that my beloved Silverback been playing, there's no way at this spot I would go against them. I know Tampa Bay's been coming together, but like you say, the Raiders riding high, coming off beating the defending champions. Clearly one of the best teams in the league, playing at home, got the bye week in there. Let me do this real quick because where's the cameras at? Oh. So I don't know. I want them to win, but I don't think I would actually lay money on it.
Okay, pass. We can move on that.
Well,
we can move on. Fast break offense.
I mean, is there
I feel like he built this up to bite on, then he just let it go and said no.
Well, I didn't know if either one of y'all like Tampa Bay that much, actually, but
I could be talked.
there's different aspects at play here because
I could possibly talked into
Gruden's going to want to beat Tampa Bay from coming from there and all that.
Right.
I'm on the Raiders if I'm on either side here. First off, they come off a bye week.
What's a back burner game then? Because two of you like it, so it's at least.
Are you on the Raiders here, Chalk?
I would be on the Raiders here, between the two teams. But I mean, we'll see later in the show.
Let's put it on the burner, and then if it comes back around to it, maybe we can talk T-Bone into it later.
Yeah, there we go.
Because I'd be on the Raiders here as well.
There we go.
I think it's because on the sheet it says TB and he thinks it's T-Bone, but it's actually Tampa Bay. But
Las Vegas +3 on the burner officially. Monday night. Chicago Bears at the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams -6, total 45. Chicago 5-1 straight up, 4-2 against the spread. Another straight up dog winner given on this show. Won at Carolina 23-16. Chicago gets it done every week. Their defense is good, and somebody on offense makes enough plays for them to win. The Rams 4-2 straight up, 3-3 against the spread. Got crushed at San Francisco 24-16. In a game,
it wasn't even that close.
In a game I tried to get y'all to pass on. They looked tired.
Huh? Who liked them? Who liked the Chiefs? That's right, baby.
This ain't the Chiefs. What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? What am I talking about?
It was the Rams and the Niners. It was the Rams and the Niners, dog.
Never mind. I'll save that for another clip. Go ahead.
But honestly, they looked tired, and it was a bad spot there for the Rams. Not so much this week though. Hey, Chicago's been riding this way for way too long. And I see it crashing down on Monday night when the Rams finally get a home game.
You're finally off the Bears? Is that what you were picking?
Wow, I actually like the Bears.
I was going to say, I think I was finally going to come.
I'm shocked by that.
I like the Rams even more now.
Wow.
Please tell me how much y'all like the Bears.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. Bears, they find ways to get it done.
I was going to say, you don't know how they do it. They just do it.
Has anybody blown them out?
The Bears?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You're giving almost a touchdown.
Right. I mean, that's
I can't explain how they do it. I'm like you. I think you had a perfect analogy. It's just like they get it done. I don't know how
somebody steps up. It's either.
I know Robinson's good. Will they have
Montgomery?
Montgomery's
okay.
The Bears have lost to Indy by 8, and
when Indy was decent, or you thought they were decent.
That's it. That's their only loss. Indy by 8.
Yeah.
I guess we also have the fresh thing in our mind that this is the game that cost us last week. So that's probably why we're even more down on the Rams, which is probably to Eve's point why he likes to, psychologically come in here and mess with us and be like, this is the perfect spot where I would be on them this week.
Exactly. San Francisco
is this your premier?
This is not. No, but I'll be honest with you. I do like the Rams a lot. I wrote down 4 games that I liked here, and the Rams were one of them. So in this spot, I do like the Rams. But
we'll put it on the.
This was going to be my one. All right, if you there's a dog that you want me to go on, this is going to be the.
Yeah. What's that? A dog. We're favorites.
I like the Rams even more. Knowing that y'all are on Chicago, I ain't gonna lie.
No, we would have got the Bears +6, right?
No, he wants the Rams.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's what I said. I was prepared to come in to make this be the dog pick, but
me too.
He said I ain't walking that dog this week.
No, sir.
Get out of my kennel.
Everybody likes it, so we'll put it off to the
All right. Well, on that note, that was the Monday.
Not saying I can't be talked into it, but go ahead.
Does anybody want to discuss that game?
Which one?
Chicago.
It's on the burner.
We see something we all like better. We'll do that. We'll circle back to it.
I think there's one or. I think we're gonna start off with some games we all like.
Yeah.
All right. So if we're going to move to the who do you like portion of the show, then I feel the fact that we're 7-1 over the last 2 weeks, and I've kicked off this portion the last 2 weeks. I should continue. Yes.
Sure.
Please.
Sure.
Thank you, fellas.
If it ain't broke.
Agree. So typically in this spot, I give you all 2 outright dog winners. I mean, I have the last 2 weeks in a row. At that point, you can call it a tradition, right, Chalk?
Was that Hank Sr.?
There you go. So I'm going to give you this one outright dog winner right here. And the fact that this is a dog is ridiculous. I'll start it off by saying wrong team favorite. Thank you, Vegas. In a week where I don't see a lot of dogs I like, this is one I don't get. Pittsburgh at Tennessee. Tennessee -1. Y'all, Tennessee is a fake. Tennessee is a Fugazi. 5-0 straight up, 2-3 against the spread. Except for the blowout over Buffalo. It took magic to beat Houston. Magic to beat Minnesota.
Well, they were up by like 17 in that game, though.
They barely beat Jacksonville. They barely beat Denver. They come off an incredible...
Denver's not as bad as you think. They got 3 wins, right?
They come off an incredible comeback win against Houston. Romeo can't coach either. And they're the favorite against Pittsburgh. And that defense...
Well... Yeah, but they did lose one of their key defenders, the middle linebacker that would have to stop Henry from running all over him. Tore his
I think something else is amazing. Like last Sunday, for Henry to be as big of a human being, and for him to do like this 94, where they said he got to 27 miles an hour. It's amazing. But I'd be all over Pittsburgh. I mean, that was going to be probably my prime one.
And to your point, now here's an injury that's even worse, though, for the Titans. They lost their tackle that helps that ground game. So, yeah, I like Pittsburgh as well.
So okay, can I finish? We know about their defense. Second in total yards, second in rushing yards, third in points scored, but their offense looks good, too. Pittsburgh's offense, 9th in rushing yards. Connor's back looking good. 4th in points scored at 31.2 points a game, and 4th in turnovers with only 4 on the year. I love Pittsburgh. Wrong team favorite.
I'm kind of surprised at the 52.5 because that's one of the higher overs, actually.
I actually thought Pittsburgh was favored. I mean, I thought it got to that point. So, yeah, to see that they actually get one,
So I'll ask y'all, do you want me to put this on the burner or you want to make it a play?
I think you make it a play. Is that one of your strongest?
That's my
plays?
strong. That's my one.
There you go.
Out of the gate.
There you go.
Let me show you guys how to open the show and come out strong.
There you go.
Throw it to me, dog.
Call it out.
Throw it to me.
Call it out.
So the official house money first pick of the week is...
You could tell he
I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared.
you could tell you
The house money. First official pick of the week. Pick of the week.
When did Mario get here?
I know you Fugazi. Pick of the week.
Is he going with the Strombolis? I don't know what that even was.
Terrible times.
Let me throw it to you, Doc. Official House Money Podcast play number 1.
The Steelers.
There you go.
God, that
We
was
apologize because that was a little bit of a work in progress right there.
That was butcher beyond recognition.
Hot potato, just throwing it around.
That was awesome.
How did we complete that? Eric had to get the assist.
Fumble Rooski. Fumble.
Pittsburgh +1 out of the gate. I love it.
Oh, my God.
God, I'm sweating out to the first pick.
Who's up? Who's up? Who's got something?
I got something.
Go
I
ahead,
got
T-Bone.
something. Man, whew, that was good.
Jeez.
What game is it?
This is Detroit and Atlanta.
Detroit at Atlanta. Atlanta -2.5. It opened at 1, bet to 2.5. Totals 56.5. Curious enough, all the money seems to be coming in on Atlanta. Atlanta -2.5. T-Bone, who you like?
I like Atlanta. I know it's crazy. They've only got the one win, but they look convincing. Last time out, they finally got all their weapons back. Ridley's healthy. Julio Jones is healthy. So they're getting a lot of their players back. At home doesn't matter, but at least they'll be, at home. Yeah, I like Atlanta. Detroit is not a bad team. Don't get me wrong. But I like Atlanta. At least beat them by at least a field goal, if not more.
Chalkboard?
I just glanced down. I mentioned the over a minute ago. This one is definitely the highest because I feel like this has the makings of a bit of a shootout, like you say, with all of Atlanta getting healthy with their weapons. You know, we all know Stafford will sling it around with Jones Jr. and Galladay and the tight end. But, I mean, what is it, only 2.5? Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah.
I mean, what is Detroit's record right now?
Let me throw some stats out at you on Atlanta.
I know they got one win. 2 coaches. They have more coaches than wins.
They allow 432 yards a game.
It's excessive.
For 31st in the league. 335 passing yards in a game. I mean, that's like the one thing that Detroit does well.
Oh, it'll be up and down. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But if you think Detroit's going to hold Atlanta back, I can't see that.
No, I think, like I say, this over is the highest one on the board for a reason. I think this is going to be a track
I mean,
beat.
if y'all put it on the burner, that's fine by me.
So Detroit's got wins over Arizona, win over Jacksonville. They losses to Detroit, Green Bay, and New Orleans.
Detroit lost to who? Green Bay and New Orleans? Is that what you said?
Yeah. And Arizona.
Arizona. Okay.
I don't know. Chalkboard?
I mean, honestly, I'm really torn. I mean, like I say, I almost feel like that Detroit can hang around right to the end. I think you'd sweat it out to the very end.
I think there's other games out there that may be easier.
All right.
Move on. Chalkboard. Throw a game out.
All right, if we're talking about because we're starting at this weird end of the pool for me, but I guess with all these low spreads, all right, let's just throw it out there. Cowboys in Washington.
Oh, really? Really? Dallas at Washington, a pick. Opened at Washington +3, bet down to a pick. Totals 46. Chalkboard, who do you like?
Well, you are all day today. They've been talking about the team's basically turned on the coaching staff. They're grossly underprepared, all this kind of stuff. Total turmoil. It seems like that Riverboat Ron has his team rallied against him and everything going on. But I feel like talent-wise, you still have to think that the Cowboys can win, right?
He's not serious.
It's a
There's
sickness.
no way.
It's a sickness.
He's
No,
not
are you
really-
on Cowboys?
I would be on the.
I'm on the Cowboys too. I'm on them.
way.
The talent's got to come through.
At some point,
My God, Ezekiel Elliott, Lamb, Cooper.
how many times do they keep shooting
Gallup.
themselves in the foot? Well, what happens is they're playing these teams that can get ahead of them.
Can I tell you how many times they're 0-6 against the spread?
How is Washington going to get ahead of them, though? As bad as Dallas's defense is, Washington's offense is horrid.
Who's the worst team that Dallas has
Who
lost
do they
to?
have? Who's their quarterback? Allen? Oh, that guy's nobody.
I mean,
They're already screaming for Alex Smith out
What do you want
there.
to know about Dallas? What was your question?
I mean, I know they lost to Arizona.
They got
this past-
McLaurin, right? McLaurin, the receiver.
They've lost to Cleveland. They've lost to Seattle.
But these are teams that can score.
They've lost to the Rams. They've beaten Atlanta by 1,
On the miracle.
and the Giants by 3.
Let's pick them here. I was just curious. I mean, I think T and I are just, again, we're enamored. He may have chemicals in the system. Who knows? That's his excuse. I feel like at
Put it on
some
the burner.
point.
It's at least a burner.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make y'all do
Dallas-
it. I was just.
It's a burner, baby.
I
at
was
least.
putting my toe in the water to see if y'all both were like,
Yeah.
yes. How can they
Yes.
not just be?
I'm here for you, brother. Let's
Okay.
put a burner on it.
Dallas cost us earlier in the year.
Dallas has cost us extensively.
I had Dallas this weekend in a teaser that I had them at +8.5. And when at one time they were -1, and I thought I was gold. I can't put money on Dallas.
Let me segue. Let's do like the third round reversal real quick. It came to me on that one just because I got a perfect segue. So I went from a pick'em game to fine. Let's go back to chalkboard world. Let's go to the biggest spread on the page.
Hey,
What about
did
Buffalo?
We ever get the music in earlier?
What about Buffalo and the Jets?
Oh, we didn't get the music
The
in earlier.
the music is at the Sizzler, dude. We talked about this
We're
at
going
the
to
end
do
of the
it during
show.
your pick for the Sizzler, dog. We got
Not
you.
when
It's a
it's
choice cut. Choice cut.
Not when someone's doing a perfect segue. But go ahead.
I got you, dog. The Buffalo at the Jets. The Jets +13.5. Totals 45 currently. Only thing I'd say about this is what's the status of Darnold? Do you really care? Chalkboard, who do you like?
I'm on the Bills. That's all I gotta say. The Bills look bad against the Chiefs. The Chiefs kind of came out, made them get back down to earth. To borrow T's expression, the Jets are completely toothless. I think that they're going to come back.
It's terrible, dude. They couldn't score against the Dolphins.
It's going to be at least 10-0, maybe 13-3, something like that at the end of the first quarter, and then I think it's just going to go from there.
So for the same reason I can't bet Dallas is the reason why I could bet Buffalo in this game.
Oh, I love Buffalo too.
The Jets,
I mean, I love them too much. It's the
0-6.
problem. I thought, I'm glad you said you did because it's like, yeah.
I mean, I like Buffalo as well.
I mean, dude, the Jets are not going to win a game this year, and they just got rid of another guy today. They traded somebody or did something, so they're doing the fire sale now. So
back to my question, though. Does it matter if Darnold plays?
No.
I mean, they're going to throw it to Jamison Crowder.
So it's going to be his first game back. He'll be rusty. Yeah, Buffalo, when they're engaged, their defense is pretty good.
Well, I think just kind of coming off the defeat they did to the Chiefs, because I think they really wanted that, and they kind of got a little bit humbled, and I think they're going to come out and they're going to choke all that humble pie.
Well, the Jets suck anyways. They're just terrible. I mean, they're
At
the
13 and a
worst
half.
team in the NFL.
Yeah.
The worst. They're the worst team I've seen in 5 years easy.
Yeah. So I'm ready to call this, but I'm going to throw this out at y'all real quick. What's the number going to be when they go to Kansas City?
It'll be 3 touchdowns easy.
That's either next week or the following week.
I'm trying to think
the
highest
largest spread
It's
ever.
like
What is
22. It's 3 touchdowns. It's
I
21
swear, it'll be
and a
at
half, 22.
least 21, 22 points.
I'm pretty sure the Jets either go there next week or the following week.
And if Kansas City wanted to, they'd cover that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, in the first half.
It's all about respect. You know what I'm saying? They could go out and just smack that team. They could beat them by 40 if they wanted to. But, you know.
All right. Well, let's call it. Chalkboard. Official Housemate Podcast play number 2.
Put plenty of bills on Buffalo.
Buffalo minus
Good recovery.
13 and a half. I like it. All right. T-Bone. You see anything else out there? What do you think?
My eyes are getting blurry.
He's getting sweepy.
Okay. Oh, you go ahead. You take one real quick. So I'm
All right.
still.
Let me throw this game out. I'm surprised y'all haven't brought this up yet. Seattle at Arizona.
Yes, that was the one. That was the one I was going to talk about.
Arizona plus 3.5. Totals 56.5. Seattle comes off a bye. Speaking of which, I also heard they're in the talks with Antonio Brown.
Yes.
Yeah. Seen that?
That's probably the favorite.
He can come
to
back in
land
2
him.
weeks.
Yeah. Put that with DK Metcalf and Lockett. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That would be lethal.
That would be. But at Arizona at 3.5, Seattle comes off a bye. Where they are 5-0, right? 5-0. Arizona off their big win against Dallas, plus 3.5 at home. I'm on Seattle. Off the bye, Russell Wilson, they're going to be able to throw the ball around. I think Arizona goes on national TV, and they look good against a terrible Dallas team, a Dallas team that quit playing football. Arizona's not that good.
Smoked them. No, Arizona's so
They're
up
not
and down.
that good, dude.
And we're moving on from Dallas. But, they're going to give up the most points ever in NFL history is where they're at right now.
Dallas?
The pace, yes.
Well, yeah. Seattle's defense sucks, though. I mean, it sucks. It's no good. I mean, you can get all the playmakers you want, and they're a high-scoring team, but they can be scored on, too. I mean, Arizona, I don't know. Last week, who liked Arizona last week? That's all I'm saying. Who liked Arizona last week? Me. Yeah.
I got to say, you're a diehard Cardinal fan.
I stay on that train. I don't know if I can come off that train.
But, dude, your Arizona wins. Your Arizona wins are over Washington. Mm-hmm. They're over the Giants.
Cowboys.
And they're over Dallas. Which one of those 3 teams are you so impressed by?
Yeah.
True. Because here, their losses, they lost to Carolina.
I love Seattle. Don't get me wrong.
They lost to Detroit.
They might be the best team in football.
No, excuse me. Arizona beat San Francisco in week 1. That is their most impressive win. But is San Francisco really San Francisco?
Yeah, that's true. Were they the San Francisco at that time? Yeah, because this version right now is
I think it was week 2 with everybody because they went to
they were
the
good.
Meadowlands or
San
somewhere.
Francisco
Everybody
was
got
good
hurt.
then, right? Second, well, whatever. It doesn't matter.
All
it's
right.
yeah.
No.
I mean, no. If you like it that strongly, I'm
just
not saying I don't.
Think about Seattle. I'm surprised y'all are both so.
What do you say? What do you think?
Well, I mean, just because you get 3.5 with Arizona at home, I'd probably still be on Seattle. I mean, just for the fact of, I think if push comes to shove, I do think I saw something interesting with Murray that he set the record because he has a touchdown rush and a pass in every game for the first 6 games. I think he's the first person to ever do that.
Wow.
I don't know. I watched a whole lot of that Dallas-Arizona game. Murray started off like 3 for 11.
He only completed like 11 passes in the entire game. He won't be able to do that with Russell.
And if Ezekiel didn't drop the damn ball on the field 3 times in a row, they wouldn't have started they started the 50, 3 straight possessions.
They blame the defense, but for that game, he was definitely the Elliott in the room. So it was like,
What?
that was a fumble.
Yeah. Stop.
I'm over here half
all right, moving
wasted.
on.
I'm just
Moving on.
Are you up, T?
I'm floating.
Throw out another game, chalkboard.
We got to get rolling here, man. We only got one in the bank so far.
We got two.
We got two.
Two? What's the second one? What I miss? What was the second one? Pittsburgh. I remember. All right.
Chalkboard.
Damn, I missed that shit.
Oh, my gosh. All right, fine. What about Green Bay at Houston?
Oh, nice game.
All right. Green Bay at Houston. Houston plus 3.5.
Yeah.
Opened at 3. Totals 56.5. Chalkboard. Who do you like here?
Another high-scoring game. It's basically like who can slow down who. Rodgers and them, I believe someone called it last week in the Battle of the Bays. Said they were going down. Again, I don't think Aaron Rodgers likes to lose twice. I would be on Green Bay here, to no one's surprise.
Yeah, I like Green Bay too.
Houston is playing better.
I think Adams, I was surprised because that was Adams' first game back, and you thought, you really thought the offense would take off, and it actually was looking really good without him. But I got to think they get in sync next game, get Adams involved, get the whole thing going. And
I think a guy like that, it takes a minute to get him reacclimated because he's so dominant.
Yeah, and Rodgers is too good to have a game like that 2 games in a row, especially against a defense that's not that great.
I can smell some Houston coming across the table, though.
A team that's 1-5.
I mean, I just wanted to take a look at Houston's schedule and see exactly what we're looking at.
It's rough. I mean, they
start off with the worst, remember? Because they played like the Steelers, they played Kansas City, they played Baltimore. Yeah. They had that murderer's row schedule.
Yeah, their one win is against Jacksonville.
Ooh.
Divisional win.
I don't know. I can't. Let's put Green Bay up. Let's put Green Bay.
Fair enough.
Let's put it on the burner. Let's put it on the burner. I just can't get behind Aaron Rodgers. But Green Bay. Green Bay minus 3.5. We'll put that right there on the burner.
Toss us one, T, unless Easy, you got something.
I think both y'all took my back-to-back games, so I'm not really.
Well, I'll just throw this out here. Even though I'm on a side, it's not necessarily one way or the other. Kansas City at Denver. Denver plus 9.5. Kansas City looks like they could be a dominant force here, obviously, on offense. But Denver plays teams close.
I know it.
And to go to Denver and get 9.5.
And it's going to be snowing. It's going to be in the snow.
And this is one of those teams to me that...
I hear that's better than windy Miami, but...
But Kansas City tends to sometimes play to the level of their opponent. And could you see a 17-13 game here? A completely uninterested Kansas City just kind of...
Well, the funny thing is when Denver won last week, beat New England, it was all field goals. They had 6 field goals. They never got in the end zone. Yeah. But, I mean, we are getting to that time of year where weather does play a factor.
Right. And Locke, I think it was his first game back, maybe. So maybe he was a little rusty. I don't know. But like you said, it's going to be in the snow. Now, is Melvin Gordon coming back? Because
didn't he get that DUI?
Yeah, so he didn't play last week.
Yeah,
so
I think because of I think the shield's going to kind of come down on him.
Yeah. So. Well.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just throwing that one out there. It seems like a lot.
I have one. I'm curious on what y'all think.
Who is it?
What about the Saints in Carolina?
I like Carolina. The line's 7.5. It opened at 7. I like Carolina. Carolina, again, Teddy covers. I try to tell y'all that every week.
He didn't cover last week. And the thing is, I feel like they're slipping a little bit. Is that me? Michael Thomas is coming back.
He is.
So
Saints coming off a bye.
Yeah, coming off a bye. He's back.
Kamara's probably going to go out of his mind.
I feel like Carolina, I thought they were decent, but they didn't look too swift last week. So
I'd like it a lot better at 6.5 than 7.5. I'll tell you that. But
yeah,
you're on Carolina.
I'm on Carolina.
Okay, just a question. We do have the battle.
Here's a good one. This one, San Francisco at New England. What do you think?
New England. So I think it opened at a crazy number.
5.5.
New England minus 5.5, and now it's been bet down to New England minus 2. But I'm on New England.
I don't know about that one. I don't know what San Francisco I'm getting. Am I getting the San Francisco that looks like they're starting to head back in the right direction because they got Garoppolo back, even though he's not great? I don't know if he's just steadied the team or
I know
what it is.
Mostert's out for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Came back, got hurt immediately.
God, New England though. I don't. Were they 2-3, 2-4? I mean, what are you getting with New England? I mean,
Well, I think New England went down for that COVID issue like 2 or 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and then it's taken them a while to come back.
Right. Newton didn't look good his first game back, though. I mean, he's, is Newton the answer? I mean,
Well, they do say that New England has a can-do attitude. So
That's
man,
terrible. Before
I
that, though,
don't know.
they did beat Vegas at home. They played Seattle.
no one
well.
needs to hear that.
They beat Miami. They got. I think you're going to get closer to what they had at the beginning of the year than what you maybe seen the last 2 weeks. San Francisco's not good. Rams were in a bad spot last week. San Francisco still has a ton of injuries. He's already talked about it. Their defense is not the same. This is going to be a low-scoring, ugly game.
It kind of plays into San Francisco's wheelhouse, though, a little bit. I mean,
New England just wants to run the ball anyway. They just want to run the ball and let the clock run down.
I can see.
Can they run on San Francisco? I don't know.
Just because we've been all over the country, do we want to talk about the Battle of Ohio?
I was going to say you're going to go close to the Cleveland at Cincinnati. Cincinnati plus the 3. I mean, I think I'm on Cleveland here if Baker's okay.
I mean, this would sort of be the argument like we had on some of the other games. Isn't Cleveland just a better overall team?
Yes.
Yes.
They weren't ready for what they got last week.
Oh, no.
And I don't think Baker was 100%.
I think Cleveland's almost like one of these like MMA fighters or boxers where it's like they can do whatever in their certain division, and then when they try to step up in class, they sort of get smacked back down.
Right. So, yeah, they say they play anybody but like Baltimore or Pittsburgh, they're fine. But, yeah, they've handled – they've looked pretty good other than that. So,
I mean, it's only 3. I mean, you would think they would be able to handle that.
yeah.
Where we at? We got 2 in.
We got 2 in.
We got a full
2
stove on the back burner.
No, we only got 2 on the burner. And
Wait a
I
sec.
just remember something
1,
about
2.
Vegas.
No, we got 4 on the burner, I think. Hold
I
on.
only got Green Bay and Vegas on the burner.
Vegas, the Rams, right? The Rams on the burner.
I did. Y'all were on
get
Chicago.
this. I can get this list of 3 right now.
Green Bay's on the burner.
I got Green Bay
Okay.
and Vegas, and I just added the Rams.
Seattle's on the burner.
I was
Put
going to
Seattle.
say, I think Seattle could get on the list.
And Dallas. Dallas is on the burner.
How about them Cowboys? Obviously, of all the teams you just threw out,
There you go. There's 5 right there. Let's take it. It's got to come out of this pool right here. Got
Well-
2 more picks.
I feel like you were kind
What
of.
do you feel strongest about on there?
I'm going to say Seattle.
I like Seattle.
Take it. Fire on it. You liked it. That's your strongest play. Take it. That'll be our 3rd pick.
Chalkboard official House Money podcast play number 3.
The Seahawks.
Seattle minus 3.5.
Now,
I think you need to get that now because I think that number is going the other way.
all right. There we go. Nice pick. And we got 3 right there. Is that 3 picks? 3 picks.
So we got one more. So you can
There you
choose
go.
between Green Bay minus 3.5.
What's your favorite on there?
Vegas minus 3, the Rams minus 6. Let me throw this out here real quick about Vegas because I seen this earlier on the NFL Network before it came down as well. The Raiders had to send another offensive lineman home.
Trent Brown.
Yes.
And Gruden
Yes,
said they're
the whole
playing.
group, wasn't it? The
Yeah,
whole group.
and Gruden said they're playing with 5 offensive linemen total on Sunday. 5 total.
Yeah, I'd probably stay away. I'll just be in my man cave, just kind of like, screaming at the TV. But I wouldn't want to drag the show into it with me.
Okay, so we'll mark that off.
So if that eliminates Vegas, it comes down to Green Bay minus 3.5 or the Rams minus 6.
That's it. That's the last 2. Okay, so it's out of this grouping.
Well, I mean, Dallas is on there, but I wasn't going to say that out loud.
Oh, Dallas. Dallas is on there too. It's the final pick we like best.
I feel like there's a whole lot of chalk in this. I feel like y'all should throw something out there.
That's it. No, this
I've
is it.
shouted
This
out all
last
3 of these games.
No, but I'm on the Rams. Look, dude, I'm on Pittsburgh, I'm on Seattle, and I'm on the Rams. So if we take the Rams, and 3 of these are going to be really my plays. I mean, plays that I liked anyway.
Yeah, if you don't like the Rams, scratch that between Dallas and Green Bay.
But I think the crazy thing is we were both on the Bears this week of all things between the Rams. But
But you got to know when to jump off. This is my contention with y'all the last few weeks. You think the NFL is somewhat like college, and college teams roll.
Jumped off Arizona too early. Look at Zona, baby.
We'll see
Zona,
this week.
Zona went out to care business last
we
week.
just went against them.
I know. I'm riding with y'all. Riding
that's
with
what
y'all.
that's what his point is.
I'm riding with you.
All right.
Streak breaker. All right.
Chalkboard, here we go. We do this every week. Pick number 4.
What we got? What are you looking at? What do you think?
I literally made every pick we have. Somebody else has to say something.
Oh, I like Green Bay. We think about Green Bay. Green Bay minus 3.5.
I like Green Bay.
Let's do
At
it.
Houston.
There you go.
All right, T-Bone, official House Money Podcast, play number 4.
The Packers.
All right.
I almost said Packers for some reason.
Green
That
Bay.
sounded
It's a good thing you
weird.
didn't.
Minus 3.5. All right,
The Green Bay Packers.
to recap,
Wow.
official House Money Podcast, play number 1. Pittsburgh plus the 1.
Pecka, Packer, Pucker, Puck.
Play number 2, Buffalo minus 13.5. Play number 3, Seattle minus the 3.5. Play number 4, Green Bay minus the 3.5. Good job, fellas. I like those. All right.
Oh,
Crystal
God.
ball predictions.
Oh,
Chalkboard
Lord.
last week, Alexander Madison. How did he do?
Incredibly disappointing because the Vikings could not get out of their own way. I think Cousins threw 2 or 3 interceptions. They abandoned the run. It didn't happen. But I will not be deterred. I'm going to stick with another backup running back this week because I think the way it's going to play out, and this was actually one of the show's picks, due to the way the game's going to fall into place, Zach Moss will get a touchdown this week.
Zach Moss.
The Bills are going to get up. He's the backup to Singletary. Zach Moss will get a touchdown this week because they will be up on the Jets in the fourth quarter. He'll get a few carries.
Zach Moss, running back, Buffalo. I got it. All right.
Gameplay.
Yeah. T-Bone, choice gut last week, Kansas City, another winner.
Where's for my man? Were we doing that now?
We're doing that
It was
now.
a pretty smooth segue, so let's
Yeah.
go ahead and do that.
Let's do that. Let's do
Go
it
ahead.
now.
T-Bone requested this shout out to
Yes.
the one and only. Go ahead,
The
T-Bone.
legend, the man, the myth, the legend, Eddie Van Halen. Greatest guitarist of my generation. A guitar hero.
Not for the camera, T-Bone.
There you go. So week 7's choice cut.
Wait, we got here. David Lee Roth, we got here him.
Who's still alive? But okay.
Yeah, gotta have some of that.
All right, there we go. Thank you,
Sounds
Chalkboard. Thank you. Week 7, T-Bone, focus.
All right, I'm ready. Here it is. Choice cut. That sounded good. Take the Dirty Birds. I'm giving Atlanta minus 2.5.
You're not. Atlanta minus
Yes.
2.5 against Detroit.
4-2 for the season. Here we go.
Falcon Atlanta.
Hey, last week I was almost called shit stain if I would have lost that pick.
It's funny, since we had that
I'll be
conversation.
skid marked next week if I miss this pick.
We went 7-1 since we had that
Yeah,
conversation.
I'll be skid marked if I miss this pick for just a week. I don't know if I handle skid mark the rest of the season.
I'd like to believe that wasn't coincidental. Although I feel like secretly someone was rooting for us just to crash and burn.
All right. Please subscribe to us on YouTube or iTunes, SoundCloud, however you listen to the show. We're on Twitter at House Money Pod. Chalkboard.
Chalkboard can be found at CHALK under. I've said this 1,000 times. At Chalkboard, CHALKBORED_HM.
There you go. Facebook, Instagram. Please rate and review us when you have the opportunity. As always, shout out to our executive producer, Z-Man, holding it down. House Money Podcast headquarters. Fellas, week 7. Final words. Chalkboard, T-Bone.
Like you said, the last 2 weeks, 7-1. I believe that's right around 87%, if my math is correct. So let's see if we can even get it up higher from that. What do you think, T?
I'm feeling no pain over here. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, yeah. Great week. Go have a great week.
Yeah, hey, 7 weeks in, y'all, we're almost halfway through the season. I mean, when are we going to do
Time flies when you're having fun.
I guess there's no Mexican week this week, is
Oh. See, this could have been the last week to actually do that.
there? Well, I mean, we can make one.
Ay,
How you
caramba.
going to do that in the afternoon? Walk through,
We'll figure it out.
Midday.
We'll figure it out.
We'll get you some cervezos. It'll be okay.
All right. Either way it goes, hey, fellas, 7-1 the last 2 weeks. No complaints here. Let's hope we keep it rolling. On that note, we're House Money Podcast.